It's time.
It's so MF time.
It's so time to sex up your city, Tana. Specifically your city.
I can't lie. The real, but also, guys, Shmex and the Shmity, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you haven't watched it, this is not like, well, I haven't watched the TV show, so I'm just gonna click off. We're gonna make it accessible. We're gonna do like character breakdowns so that by the end we convert you all.
Yeah.
And you have already watched it. You already know what's popping, what's good, and then you can run it up on your websites because no one has HBO Max
on Sky Go. That's where I watch it. 'Cause I'm not illegal. I don't go on
I don't like this like high horse situ where you're like, oh, I don't use illegal websites. I use Sky Go. Listen, you've bought into the because why are you paying? Is the real question.
Listen. When my mum and dad's MasterCard is being swiped,
right? But you can.
I'm heating up the warmth.
To be fair, I'm literally the same. Like.
If they're making that decision at that large age, then I'm just going to profit off of that.
Like, no tea, no shade to Mumsy, but like, as soon as she, like, when that Prime is hitting and it's all the different channels, it's the Discovery channel, it's the TLC channel, I'm like, Mum, I think we need this one as well. Otherwise, we can't watch this. Like, we can't watch our favourite TV show, Mum. We should get another.
Knowing full well it's there. But I'm like, no, it's on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus.
Like, I feel like, Mum, we need it. Because, like, we won't be able to watch our show. Like, I know you really wanted to watch this movie and it's only on Paramount Plus, so.
Like, maybe we could just watch Freeview.
Yeah.
Again. Like, actually, a bit of lore about my childhood, actually. My parents would threaten to take away one of my favourite channels, and I sound so spoiled right now, but, like, you have to know, even as I am now, I don't go out with friends. Media is my life. TV is my life.
You don't go out with friends.
I didn't used to play out as a kid, right? And I don't play out now, basically.
Where were you yesterday?
Hey, shout out actually to this girl in my English seminar whose house I rocked up at, and we never spoke ever, and she went, oh, hey.
I really feel like you should have just popped off where we were at, where me and Jessie, girl. I know you listening. Where me and Jessie were at. Because
no, because you should have seen the house party I was at. They had a DJ.
They had a DJ as well.
I've heard it was a speaker.
No, the speaker was huge. The speaker was taller than me.
Please, we had two guys behind the decks.
We had two guys behind the decks. Were we at the
same? Who? Fucking, what's his name? Fraser and Mia.
No.
That doesn't count. It doesn't count.
No, if they were real.
It needs to be their profession.
One of them had, like, you know those dumbass, like, alien glasses? You know the silver ones that Sheehan is popping out, like, flipping babies, like tadpoles. Like, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But guys, Sex and the City. What is that?
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, okay, fine. It's a TV show about these four glamorous ladies in Manhattan living their best life. They're living their best life and they're just chilling. They're chilling all together. This is gonna sound so stupid, but like when I first started the show, I didn't realize. This is so dumb, but I didn't realize how much sex would be a part of the show.
Yeah, honestly, if you don't like watching sex, it's not for you.
It really just. But then again, I feel like maybe you need it. Do you know what I mean? Like you need that exposure so that you can get the. Because, you might need the exposure if you're like, oh no, I can't. Well,
the thing is, it's like listen, this is my take on the sex that's in Sex and the City. Like, it is genuinely from, like, the first 10 minutes you're having a sex scene.
Yeah.
But let it be known, like, the sex does become, like, integral to the narrative. And it,
Yeah,
like, feeds into it as much as the dialogue
and
does.
also, it's not like, I don't know. It
doesn't
like,
feel completely degrading.
Yeah, it's not like cringe as in like they got super slow shots and like, do you know what I mean?
It's
romantic music. Like, it's just like,
they're having
it's
sex.
more funny than anything.
Because it is like, as well, listen, not to get into a psychology thing, but the sex scenes that each individual woman like has and like they show, it says so much about their character. So
100.
much. Like Samantha especially.
Yeah, Samantha's like ruling the flipping bedroom like
Mm-hmm.
a dictator. And hey, see what I did there? And then what else? Miranda is very she's like
Miranda's like in these days now.
Where I'm at, which is like season 3-ish, Miranda is very like, I don't know.
Dare I say if it was portrayed in media now, she'd be seen as asexual.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
No, because 100%, if they made Sex in the City right now, she would 100,000,000% be like, she's literally just there in the flipping bed.
Yeah. She's very much like, I wouldn't even say somewhat of vanilla. It's more like she can recognize the cringe in sex and like she knows what she likes.
She's
and
in
what
her
she
head,
doesn't.
like a lot of it.
She's like very like the sex is sex. It doesn't, like, to Samantha, sex is like sex. It's a whole.
It's a performance. It's everything. But then to Miranda, it's like she's doing, like, it's an itch that needs to be scratched.
Yeah.
Like, she just does it to do it.
Yeah, it's schedule.
Yeah, exactly. And then Charlotte is very like lovey-dovey, like, I love you. But it's not as in like she's only got one man's throughout. Don't be fucking fooled. Don't be freaking fooled. Like, she still be getting it down. Like, she still be doing what she gotta do. Who's next? Carrie. You honestly don't see many sex scenes of Carrie, which is actually crazy because she's the main character. Like, what?
Carrie's sex scenes. I don't want to be too prude. You see a lot of makeout scenes with Carrie, and a lot of like stuff leading up to sex, but you never really see sex. It probably was a part of her contract that she was like, I'm not going to do as many. But also, lore about Carrie. Basically, if you've not watched the show, to give a bit of background, these 4 women: Samantha, Miranda, Carrie, and Charlotte. They all have very different personalities. All bring very different things to the table, to the dining table,
to like the literal table, because they go out literally every single week.
Yeah, they've got a gift card to like every single brunch spot in New York. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, let's swipe our visas to get a Caesar salad.
No, because if I went there, they'll be like, hey, like, we don't take cards that are in your flipping overdraft. Freaking get out. Freaking get out.
Like,
your card declined. I'm like, no, I have money. They're just like, yeah, it's probably that overdraft, babe. Like, we don't do that.
Not your money.
It's not your money, is it? You might want to step out.
I'd be going, carry this yours, mate. Carry on you.
No, because how did they... No. The real tea about Sex and the City, right, is that these people have the best life. Like, obviously, they know... Like, half of it is them being like, we're not normal girls. But let's look at the tea here, right? These 4 30-somethings, no shade to my 30-somethings, love you, down. But these 4 30-somethings are pulling like crazy every week. Yeah. Every week they pull. Number 2, they've got the best jobs in the flipping city. Yeah. One's a lawyer. One's a PR manager. One's a writer for the New York column. One else is what does the other one do? An art dealer.
Art gallery. She's an art dealer. Yeah. Crazy
money. And then their man's like, obviously they're all like, some of them are weird, and like that's part of the story. Like, the guys that they deal with are a bit cracked. But then
every so often you get these gems though.
But they're all stunners. Like, there's never an ugly one apart from that turtle man in season 1.
And
Samantha,
Skipper as well
and
wasn't
yeah,
great.
yeah.
There is a few ones, but where they're ugly, they make up for. And actually, sometimes if they bring a level of humour, are they quite sweet, like Skipper.
Yeah.
Shout out to Skipper, who
Doesn't appear.
just at the end is just forgotten about. But he's
Yeah.
actually really sweet. And like, if you watch Sex and the City, just like initially, you really think that Skipper's gonna be so integral to the story.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
such clickbait.
But it's no, that's so
It's clickbait,
bad.
it's fake,
I've
it's
forgotten
fake.
the gay one's name.
Stanford.
First
Stanford
of all,
Blanche.
what the heck is that name? Stanford.
Please, it brings a suave.
No, it's giving Bartholomew. Like, we got rid of all those names. Like, it's either Stan or nothing.
Please.
What?
I had to make a look. I can't say the name that we know of someone.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is some of your parents are living in Tudor times.
Yeah.
Suddenly we're Edwardian. Like, get a grip. Just call yourself Stan.
And
something
then
like
you have
that.
like a title in between your name.
Be quiet. But yeah, basically, to crack them down, should we go character to character?
I'm so excited. Let's do it.
Okay, so I feel like we should do Carrie last because Carrie's.
She actually scares me because the thing is, when I first started the show, I was like, Carrie is that girl. Like, she's that bee. Like, Carrie is the definition of what everyone's trying to be on Pinterest. Like, but then you realize that Carrie is the definition of what everyone is trying to be on Pinterest. Do you see the difference in the two things that I've just said there?
Yeah.
The first one, you're like, oh my gosh, like, writer. Well, let's not get into it, but like, you just realize that Carrie ain't. Listen, yeah.
Carrie ain't shit is what
exactly.
Yeah. But starting on, I feel like maybe we should start on Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh,
guys, I feel like Charlotte is. I love Charlotte so bad because she's so real. I feel like she's the realest out of all of them.
She is.
Apart from. Actually, they're all kind of real in their own way.
They're all real in their own way, but Charlotte is like
most.
Yeah.
I would say most people,
yeah.
because the rest of them are kind of like got their own quirks, which makes them kind of a bit more different. But Charlotte is an art dealer, the sweetest soul.
Mm-hmm.
She is very set on getting married. She's not conservative, but she's not like liberal, but she's more conservative leaning, I would say.
Yeah, listen, Charlotte is described genuinely quite a few times as a Park Avenue princess, and it's so valid. Like she's got the money.
She's got money.
She's got the money. She likes the wealth. She likes the comfort. She's a Burberry final boss. She loves a bit of Burberry, Ralph Lauren, like very much like equestrian, very like polished princess. Like
100%.
She's got her shit together. She always has a floral arrangement. Like there's one episode where they go to a baby shower. I don't know if you
I have
yeah
watched it.
She brings a gift, and it's like that's the person she is. She's bringing a gift.
The one that brings a gift
to
the baby shower, and it's not like some dumbass like card from Tesco. No, what's the one where it's like on the side of the road? Tesco Metro.
Yeah.
with the card which doesn't even say anything, and they just wrote like happy baby shower. What do people say? Congrats. Happy baby
so happy
shower.
For you! Exclamation mark.
No,
and the pen slightly run out.
Yeah,
like
the pen's like you've written congrats. The C is like coming
the
through
C's
on the other side.
Congrats.
Like she hasn't done that. Like she's first of all got that moon pig card, and that was ordered ages ago. That was ordered 3 weeks ago.
That was in the drawer waiting to be
exactly written. And then on top of that, she's got like, she had this, you know, the cellophane wrapping, shout out FK Twigs, but you know the cellophane that they put over like really
crunchy ones.
Yeah, the crunchy baby, like it's so specific to like baby showers, like, and like I haven't seen it being used anywhere else.
When you get like a little bundle back
or
in
like
the day, a bingo win, you used to get this bundle at bingo
or
wins.
Like, you know, at school where it's the Christmas hampery.
Yes
Jamboree?
There's such
jamboree?
like
jamboree.
Jamboree.
I don't
Jamboree, isn't it? I know that word from
That's
New
Mario
Girl.
Kart Jamboree.
I feel like maybe it's like a dual meaning. I feel like Mario Kart's not made that.
Guys, let us know. There's no one in the studio today.
Yeah, we're alone.
Lonely.
But yeah, she like listen, every single year I've watched Sex and the City like what were we about 9 times?
Flipping it.
I love this show. And what I love even more is the edits. Like the editors
I didn't know
on TikTok and Instagram.
the editors are actually eating on specifically Sex and the City because they have like the vibe. Do you know what I mean? They have that Pinterest vibe. They know what we're searching for basically. And all the baddies, they watch Sex and the City, so they know WTF is up. Do you know what I mean? Like they're eating so bad. Guys, if I had a couple editors off the top of my, what's the one? No, I can't remember any of them off the top of my head. They always have some dumbass names like edits for you, and then it will be like the name of the show that they edit, which I think is crazy. Like, how can you only edit one thing?
You know what? I'm actually gonna find an amazing edit, and then when we do the promo for Instagram for this episode, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna do it as the next one because I have so many, not reels. Instagram posts, not reels. I hate reel edits so much, but that's getting into another thing. I have so many Instagram post edits of Sex and City to like, Shaka Khan, I'm Every Woman. When I see that with Charlotte York, crazy. I'm like, yes!
That was crazy. No, I think that their edits are just so good. Charlotte York is just, she's that girl. She is that girl. And I think I don't know. Listen, one thing you have to also think about when you're watching Sex and the City, because we're hyping up Charlotte York, and then you're gonna watch it, and then you're gonna see her say something crazy, like and what's it? There was the bisexual episode where they were like, "Oh, what did Miranda said something crazy."
Absolutely crazy. The bisexual episode.
You can't be with like a bisexual man. All bisexuals are just a stop away from gay town. I was like, bruh. But yeah, you have to understand. Well, you don't have to, but like take into consideration the audience that they were appealing to. This was like
ultra straight females,
25, 35, ultra straight females in the 90s, on the 2000s, early 2000s.
So it was like very much like
like, but my man's got to have money, like he's got to be, he's got to do these certain things, and etc.
But Charlotte York is like, I think she's so underrated when people actually discuss Sex and the City because, and I also do think Miranda's the most underrated, but that's another thing. But Charlotte actually, like, a lot of the times in Sex and the City, she's so stuck in her ways and so firm in her beliefs. And like, there's a particular episode. Sorry, I've got a really snotty nose. That's what peach schnapps does to you. Oh. There's a particular episode where Carrie needs money. And this is later on in the time, so let me give promise. Carrie needs money, and Charlotte says to Carrie, like, she doesn't offer her money. Basically, I think I can't really remember perfectly, but I think it's something to do with her apartment. She can't, like, afford the rent, or she's just having money problems. But also that's Carrie's problem. Like, fucking sell your shoes then, mate.
Yeah, but, literally.
Like, everyone offers to give her money except from Charlotte, and Charlotte's in like this really comfortable position by now, and like she's also has the income of someone else, like she's really comfortable, whatever. And she says to Carrie, like, no, like, I'm sorry, I love you, I can give you financial advice, I can help you, but I'm not giving you the money. And oh my gosh, shout out to Charlotte York, because I do think like she has such firm like belief systems, and she just sticks to them a lot of the times. Like, call it what you will, is in,
but you have to respect people that like stick to what they say. And like, I don't know, there's only so much you can do. Like, there's only so much you can be mad at someone, for sticking to what they want to
Exactly.
do and what they want to believe and the boundaries that they set out. You can't be mad at
Exactly.
someone else's boundaries. Obviously, it might not convenience you. For
Yeah.
example, if you're carrying, you need money, but that's why you have 3 other friends. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's like, if you've not watched the show before, Carrie, oh my god, Carrie's so bad with money. Like, first of all, she is buying £700 shoes
Right.
every day.
She lives in this cracked ass apartment to this cracked apartment, and then on top of that she's always buying designer stuff when she knows she's living off that writer money. Shout out my writers out there, but like it's not
great.
Like for New York, where you need to be above average anyways just to live. Obviously she is above average because she's got like a major column, but at the same time, like, she's only above average because it's in New York, if that makes any sense. Like in London, your pay might seem a lot to someone who's like, for example, in Leeds, but in the context of London, that's not a lot. Like, that's just covering your rent.
Exactly.
So she doesn't have that much money, and then she spends it on shoes, dinner, cigarettes,
buying McDonald's for Mr. Big every single time he goes through a life crisis.
Actually, let's actually talk about Carrie now, because I've got things to say about this.
Yeah, she's messy. One thing I describe Charlotte as, what would be one word that you'd take to describe Charlotte?
Adorable.
Yeah, I'd say like polished.
Yeah.
But like, Carrie,
I would
manic.
say Carrie is like, you know, those like, what are they? Geodes. Like really pretty. Like, some people really like geodes, but like they are jagged. Jagged, and they've got all these little like crumbs basically on the outside. Like, Carrie is, I don't know how to explain her character. She's a complex female character, and I actually like appreciate the writing for that, because she appears to be like someone who's quite put together, but she's absolutely not. First of all, let's rack up her crimes. She is a domestic abuser. She's not actually, but like, she's a domestic abuser because like something happened, and she was like trying to prove to I don't know if I should spoil it. She was trying to prove to the person that she was seeing at the time that she deserved to be like have occupied space in his house. Like, she was trying to leave stuff, and he would just give the stuff back to her, like her toothbrush, he'd just give it back. And so she was like, okay, I'm gonna stay over and like assert my dominance in his space. And then she flip him, and then he rolled her off the bed by accident, like whilst she was asleep. And then she got up and punched him in the face. guys because the first thing, like, you rolling off the bed, that's chill. Like, listen, I'd be annoyed too, because how? But then,
it's a thump is your wake-up call. I'd be fuming, but girl, get real.
Get up and then literally straight hook in the face.
Ding, 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 round one. No, go home.
Literally.
Go. Also, first of all, to preface, this relationship Tana's talking about that she's in, it's not even a relationship. For God's sake, Carrie. It's not even a relationship.
He didn't want to introduce her to his mother. So she turned up. She's a flipping stalker. Let's even add that. She turned up. He was like, I don't want to introduce you to my mum, because obviously, like, that's our own thing. Like, I just chill with my mum, like, at church.
Yeah, they go
myself.
to church.
And then she was like, okay, that's fine. Next Sunday she turns up anyways. Guys, like, what? I'm looking around and I'm like, Carrie, you are insane.
Yeah. Who does she bring with it? Is it Miranda she brings her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Miranda. Oh my gosh, this girl is literally working 9 to 5. More than that. Probably like 7 till 7. And then Carrie's saying, let's go out. Miranda's like, yeah, let's go out. To a fucking church to see my ex and his mother, and I will spend 40 minutes picking out my outfit that I should have been paying rent.
Crazy. And then on top of that, when the man sees her, like he's like, oh, what are you doing here? Classic, because genuinely, what are you doing here? And then she's like, I just came to see you and your mommy. She keeps on saying mommy instead of mum. Like, just clock in for a second. And then he's like, okay, this is my mum.
Literally, it's so awkward.
He didn't say this is my girlfriend, like, mum. He hadn't spoken to his mum about her at all. And I'm like, why would you insert yourself in a situation where you know you're gonna get denied? And I feel like that was so, like, self-deprecating. She's also a stalker. She's inappropriate. She went to go get therapy after that relationship literally, like, died and crashed on fire.
Dogged her.
And then she goes to therapy.
Oh God, I forgot about this episode.
And then
shut up, I forgot about this episode.
She meets someone in the waiting room and sleeps with them, who goes to the same therapist as her. Guys, that is not normal.
And then proceeds to judge his addiction.
Literally.
Oh.
Literally. Carrie also saw this one guy who was addicted to, I don't even know what he was addicted to.
Was it not
he was an
addiction?
addict. No, that was the other guy.
That was the guy she met at therapy.
She met this other guy who was an addict to drugs and alcohol, I believe. And he was like, oh, I can't see you because I'm in, like, a 12-step program. Like, just let me be. And then she was like, no, I won't let you be. She was like, really? Like, are you sure you don't want to go out with me? The man said, let me be. Then she proceeds to sleep with him. My thing is, like, babe, like, don't. This is so messy. Guys, I free up the purse, whatever. Me not care. But then when you make it messy, like, you've actually...
Everyone else is cleaning up your mess.
Exactly.
And it's embarrassing.
It's just
like,
embarrassing.
Her friends are cleaning it up.
And, like, the thing is in the show, she's like, what's it called? She's a socialite, like a mogul, like people know her and she's in the paper often.
Yeah.
So why would you be, like, conducting yourself in such a messy manner when you know that there are people waiting like, for your downfall?
Oh my God. Oh, fuck's sake. One of the most talked about lines in her column is, I want to get the actual quote up. Let me see if I can fish out my phone, because
you find that quote.
It's too good.
I'm trying to think of other things that Carrie has done.
She says, apart from them being, like, homophobic, they are also racist. Like,
her column is actually borderline bad. Like, if I was to read her column right now, I would do a counter column. Like, I would run that on TikTok and get my 1 million views. Like, do you know what I mean?
Here we go. This is, like, oh God. So, basically, this scene goes viral, like, literally every year when people watch it again. But she says, as I sifted through the rubble of my marriage skirmish, I had a thought. Maybe the fights between marrieds and singles is like the war in Northern Ireland.
Oh. No.
The episode's called Bay of Married Pigs.
Right. Because I actually just watched Kneecap, so that's unbelievable.
To give context, massacres of Irish people, like, complete dispute that like completely altered Ireland as a whole, like the biggest conflict.
History of colonization, religious war, like, it's crazy.
And then she's like, married and singles.
Oh, listen, how does she not have an editor that's like,
maybe just cut this line?
Can we cut this?
You know what I'm going to highlight? I'm just going to highlight from here to here.
So all the bits in red, like, we can cut that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or find another way, because I get what you're trying to say. Let's use a different analogy for that. Do you know what I mean?
I think maybe saying kind of like, maybe we could even go to, you know, the people who like olives and people who don't.
Yeah.
It's like that dispute. You know, something for the fresh. Let's not bring politics into it, shall we?
Should we just not?
I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind an occasional political line. I don't mind being like, oh, it's like the Tories versus Labour.
Yeah,
I don't
mind.
mind.
I feel like certain times it's relevant,
It's approachable,
and it's good and it works, but sometimes
never will the Troubles be
So,
appropriate to use as a metaphor for romance.
Like really,
Never.
really, Carrie. But yeah, as we've discussed, Carrie, you know,
Let's see.
she's not our fave. Would she be my friend? She would definitely, you know, like the friends that they bring in Sex and the City that are only for that one episode.
Yeah.
Like, she would defo be like a long distance friend. Like, I would be her friend from afar, like brunch every like 3 months, because I can't have my life also, but I can't have her calling me. Oh no, when Big got back from Paris and then she turned up in a flipping beret.
Bonjour!
Oh, and she was on this manic behavior, and then like he was like, "Are you okay? Like, are you meant like what's
are you
what's
there?
good?
It's
what's
like everything
good?"
checking up.
And she literally like crashed out. And she threw the McDonald's at his TV when I can't even remember what he said. But
I think he said he was going back to Paris, because I was watching something about it today.
Yeah.
I was watching the clip because I knew you'd mention it, so I was like studying up.
No.
And he says something like that he's going back to Paris, and she's like, well, you can't just go back to Paris every single time you have a relationship. Like, you can't just do that. Basically, she has such a big issue about him. And then she says, what are you gonna do if like you get into a relationship and like you need to go to Brazil? Like, girls, shut the fuck up. Realize that you're not prevalent in his life.
Exactly. You're not compatible. Like, literally move on.
Move on.
Move on. And every single, to be fair though, right, let's segue. Because to be fair though, have you seen Mr. Big? Have you seen Mr. Big?
No,
Because first of all, Mr. Big is flipping. He's a big in all areas. Pause. He's like, first of all, he's 6 something. You can't tell me he's not. He's 6 something. He's classic mustache man.
Does he even have a mustache?
Yeah, he does. He does for a little bit. He's classic. He does. Or
he
did
gives
I make
off
that up?
No, I think you made that up, but he gives
or
off
he's
that.
now. Or I searched him up recently.
Mr. Big mustache. He smokes cigars. Like,
he smokes cigars.
No.
Okay, what? The picture that's gonna be on the Instagram, because the picture that I just saw, crazy. But he has dark. He's the definition. Well, maybe not the definition of tall, dark, and handsome, because as we know, like, tall, dark, and handsome, you know, can mean different things. Because he's white, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But he is like white, tall, dark, and handsome. Do you know what I mean? He's got that hair, that classic like 90s, 2000s hair, but rich man. Do you know what I mean? None of like this mod cut bullshit. Yeah,
it's
bro.
where like 90s meets 1920s, like silent film haircuts. It's like James Dean, like
so classic.
Ooh, it is classic. He's obsessed with
man.
records, like,
and
he loves,
like he is very classic. He's so funny. Like, when I was watching it, I was like, listen, I would fumble. I would literally fold. Like, Mr. Big, listen.
Like, you know when you deflate those like car sales, like big wavy things, they would turn off my switch as he would come up to me, and I'd probably take someone under my grip as quickly as I got down.
Origami, fold. Omelette, fold. Like, there's literally nothing he could say where I'd be like, nah. Because even when he was like, the thing is, when I was watching it back, I was like, was he when I was watching it back, when I was trying, because I already knew that people were like, oh, Mr. Big, he's trash, whatever. But then I was thinking about it, I was like, is he trash, or is Carrie literally crazy?
It's a bit of both, to be fair. I feel like, he just wants his cake and he eats it. Like, he likes the attention.
From the moment that he took her out to Chinese
as
the date, Carrie this. And one thing about Mr. Big, he had money because he was like Wall Street investor, something like that. Like,
yeah, not to say a trigger word, but Samantha actually refers to him in like the first episode as the new Donald
the
Trump.
new Donald Trump, like,
which obviously meant a lot back in those days. It meant you had money.
Because he wasn't president. He was just, I don't know what he was.
He-
Money.
Well, his dad owned like apartments and that profited off of poor people and exploiting poor people. Laura. Well, if The Apprentice is anything to go off of. Sorry if I just made that fictional movie up, but blame Jeremy Strong, not me. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that meant a lot back in the days. That meant like
Yeah.
Wall Street money. But I think he just liked a bit of comfort. Like, he basically, to preface, he took Carrie. He took this country. We're transitioning to this country.
This country episode coming up soon.
Literally. He took Carrie out to this Chinese place, and she saw this guy that she's friends with, and he was dating a girl who he didn't think was completely attractive. So Carrie kind of thought that this situation was like her situation, and she was like, am I fugly? Like, do you hate me? Are you embarrassed of me to Mr. Big? Like, why are you taking me to this like very secret Chinese restaurant that's like kind of more casual than like formal? And he was just like, his literal response in a different way to say was, man, I just wanted to eat fucking Chinese food. Like, is it too much?
The thing is, I see Mr. Big and I'm like, I recognize what he is.
Yeah.
And the thing is that Carrie also recognized what he was, but she kept herself in denial. She was like, I can change him. No, he took you out to Chinese. He never invites you like round properly.
Yeah.
Like, he's always unavailable, doesn't want to introduce you to his mum. Like, be for real. He just wanted the comfort. He just wanted to chill. He did not want to wife you because you guys were on and off for like a year or 2 years or however long it was.
So long.
Like, that's crazy.
But it shows so much like how he wasn't completely committed to Carrie when he actually does get into a relationship with other people.
Exactly.
Like, it's such
and then he wifed no spoilers, sorry, but he wifed that girl up in like
and she was a Charlotte. She wasn't the Carrie, she was a Charlotte. Actually, dropping a bit of Sex and City context, actually the guy actor, I believe is called Chris actually dated Charlotte.
What?
In real life, yeah. They actually dated.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
I really find it so icky when like they actually date in real life. I'm like,
it feels
calm
incestuous.
down. No, it feels like, I feel like Brian Cox when I'm saying this, but it feels like just act. Like, do you have to fall in love? Like, really? Are you that bad of an actor where like everything that you do like just transforms onto you? Really?
Me and Tana are saying this, but we be the first people we saw them on set and they were absolutely gorgeous. Like,
if I had the chance to be on set with Mr. Big when he was not grey and
prime
time in his prime, guys,
I'd be learning to cook so quickly. Not that that's a trait, but I would know how to do medium rare and well done steak. Yeah, let it be known.
No, he is fine. Who's next? Miranda.
No, Miranda.
Guys,
oh my god.
First of all,
the editors and the directors and the writers do her so dirty.
Nah.
Even in Just Like That. Just Like That is a spin-off from Sex and City and it's like made now. But the writers hate Miranda for no reason at all.
The thing is, Miranda, for context, Miranda is she's the redhead. So if you're looking at a picture of the people, Charlotte is the one with the brown hair. Carrie has curly hair. Miranda is the redhead, right? Okay. And then Samantha is
blonde.
The gorgeous. Well, no, sorry, blonde.
Slip of the tongue.
Sorry, Freudian slip. Anyways, Miranda. Guys, Miranda's really pretty, but she ends up looking so cracked on these episodes. Like, why is her hair looking like that? Like, in season 1 she actually looks fine. I think her hair suits her in season 1.
Yeah.
Season 2 onwards, they say let's switch it up. They make her look crazy. And also her outfits, like half the time, I remember there's this one episode where she's in this dumb ass beanie. It's not even a beanie. It's like, she's giving Leeds core basically. Like,
Is it the dungarees as well? She's
yeah,
wearing?
yeah.
She's obsessed with these dungarees.
These
It's when she
dungarees.
starts to pull this guy who's doing like an advertising
She
thing.
literally looks like she belongs in Hyde Park, like derogatory.
Yeah,
That's what
she's
I
got
mean.
a baggie on her. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. Several.
yeah.
Several.
Different.
And she just went to
Different
Old
shit.
Red.
Yeah.
Like she looks.
They dog her out
Yeah.
like terribly, and it's like she's such a pretty person, and like every so often she has an outfit, and you're like, this is redeemable. Come on, like let it be.
Yeah.
Like let's let
Yeah.
this be. But they chop her hair in the dark,
Oh,
and it's such a massacre.
It just looks
such
so
a massacre.
bad. Plus, and her character, they play her. It's so weird because, like, in the first season, they clarified that she is a feminist, like very anti most things,
Yeah.
but she's not gay. That is, that's what they're trying to like set out, right? But then they make like all her interactions with men seem so like undesirable. Like every single interaction she has with a man is almost like is pulling teeth. Like
Yeah.
it's like flipping heck. Every single time she's talking to a man, she's berating them, and then she's like, "Oh, okay, whatever." At the end of the day, but to be fair, they also do have like, I feel like out of all the characters, they have the most like sensitive like scenes with Miranda. Like
Yeah.
she shows the most like range in her character. And
Yeah.
I feel like the most, well, not the most, but like it's more evident. Her acting talent is more evident than the rest of them, because she's given the opportunity to explore like different situations.
It's like there's a particular scene that's like really kind of shaping for the friendship group. Like her mum dies, and like obviously you have this like such sad scene of like her just finding out, and then also like this really like intimate scene of her with the shop clerk, kind of talking about her mother and like talking about like death and whatever. And it is like, listen, not to disrespect Sarah Jessica Parker, because I'm sure she's a lovely girl, Carrie, who plays Carrie, but she gives Wooden.
Yeah.
She gives Pinocchio before the transformation, most of the time. And it's like, there's brief scenes like, oh my God, there's a scene in the Sex and the City movie, like, and Charlotte does this big scream. I'm not saying who, I'm not spoiling it out, but she screams no. And like this one scream of no, it's just amazing. Like, it's, wait till you get there. Listen.
Not you creaming over or no.
PSA, I've watched all of Sex and the City and the films, and just like that, I've watched it all. So if you as a listener have done the same and you're hearing Tana say things and you're like, actually, let me comment, don't you dare comment any spoilers, because as much as I'm biting my tongue right now, do not spoil it, because it is a natural progression that you have to watch it and you can't let it be spoiled. Like, it's just,
well, I'm halfway. Something, I can't remember what I watched. Something annoyed me. Carrie sees Big again, and I just think like flipping.
every time you see starring Chris, I'm thinking,
heck.
oh,
I'm
great.
like, I literally couldn't watch it anymore, because I was like, I can't do this on and off bullshit anymore. Guys, I watched Normal People, and that was enough on and off for me. Like, that is the perfect amount, because that was 8 episodes or 10. Like, literally,
It's like, just leave it alone after a point.
Literally, we're on the like 60th episode and we're running it back. No. And
she's always like, she always sees him again, and then it cuts to her at brunch with the girls.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't understand why me and Big ended.
I just saw Big. What?
Big's moving to Paris. There's literally an episode, I think, where listen, there's quite a big storyline with Charlotte near the end, where she finds out a lot of things about herself and about marriage and about her future, whatever. And she literally says it at brunch, and I swear, Carrie like glazes over it. She glazes over so much shit. Genuinely,
Yeah.
these women could be like, "Oh, by the way, I'm dying," and they'd be like, and everyone would be like, "What the fuck?" And Carrie would be like, "Big just got a dog." Cause
like really, like you're talking about Big right here.
yeah.
And I remember one of the episodes, like Miranda. Listen, I can never hate on Miranda too much because I feel like she kind of brings like their fanciful dreams about men down and like
yeah.
just kind of gets them real a little bit, because really, honestly, truthfully, guys, get real. Anyways, Miranda gets really annoyed that they keep on talking about men, but she's literally just trying to have like a regular conversation, but everything they're talking about is men, and she's like, you guys are so smart, so gorgeous, you're educated, and the only thing we talk about every single brunch is a man. Like,
Yeah.
get real. But then they end it, which I think the writers did weirdly here. They end it with Miranda being like, I was just being silly, let's talk about men. Like, what? Like it's 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Her and Steve, guys,
Miranda.
you promised me you're gonna watch me shoot my hoops.
Hey, Miranda. You want to go to the bar, Miranda?
You're pretty sweet. You're pretty sweet, man.
I want to see you again, Miranda. That's not even a bad...
I'm a bartender. I can't afford this.
I want to move to Brooklyn, Miranda.
Don't pay for it. Don't pay for it. Just try my other card. I'll just try my other card.
She's my mom, Miranda. Oh, shut up.
No, Steve.
Shut up.
Guys, and also the writer's question mark, because like they made the only working class like person, like not even tea. Like
No,
like
there's certain times that I'm like,
yeah, because
fair enough.
But that like they make Miranda like almost dominate him.
It is a little bit,
and I think it's because like they're trying to, because obviously she's got, it's just some weird politics I believe in my head, because like they're like, she's got more money than him, so their vibe, their dynamic is like she's, I don't know, the dominant, she runs, what do the people say when they're like, she has the pants,
she wears the pants in the relationship. Yeah.
Exactly.
And Samantha, to quickly run through Samantha, because we've absolutely lost our time right now. But Samantha is a very bed-heavy woman. She dominates the office, the bedroom, and the yoga studio, and the bar. She has everything. She's such a girl boss.
She is literally Winter Arc. Like, guys, cast your minds back to the lecture and think, like, what were we talking about? We were talking about literally dominating every single sphere that you're in, remembering that you are literally badder, and she knows that, and she never backs down to anyone who has anything bad to say about her. And the thing is, Samantha goes through so much like stuff, like she goes through so much stuff. Like, she got blacklisted from like the PR sphere for a hot minute, and she had to beg on her knees to get back, and she got back. You know what I mean? Like, every single opportunity, every single time that you fall down is an opportunity to get up, and that is Samantha Core.
Listen,
but she's also, guys, and this ain't, I can't say it. Listen, she sleeps around, guys. Sorry. I have to say it. It's part of her character, though. I think.
She's there to make and to tell women that like sex can be really liberating for females, and that like you should be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But just be careful out there, guys. It's the recommendation from Intro 2. Because actually, because, you know, not to be that person, but infections and diseases are prevalent. They're on the rise.
Yeah.
If you are a university student, take care in your sexual health. Maybe don't take too much inspiration from Samantha in that case.
That's what I'm saying. Like, right.
Act reasonably.
These people have everything. But the fact that they sleep with all these people like literally every week is not a goal.
It's not maintainable either.
It's so not maintainable, because if you think about it in your small sphere of your university, babe, babe, who are you gonna be left with?
Yeah.
Like, first of all, cast out all the uggos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cast out all the people that you're not attracted to. Then, like, who are you left with?
Yeah.
And then if you run through at the same rate as Samantha, bro,
good luck.
bro, there's not going to be not many people left.
Yeah.
But, guys, I hope you enjoyed our little rundown.
I definitely want us to do another Sex and the City episode when Tana's finished with it, because there are, oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
We'll
this
run
girl
it
was
back.
literally edging me. You said so many things than I could have said. Yeah. So, like, I know someone at home's going to be watching this being like, oh, just wait. Just wait.
Guys,
like, just wait.
I love Sex and the City, but I actually have paused it for real. So I won't be starting it up again until I finish the season of something else.
Makes me delusional as
It's
well.
annoyed me so bad, because I just can't do this whole Carrie big situation. Like, I don't get it. What don't you get? He doesn't like you.
Yeah.
And I just think situations like that, I can't do secondhand embarrassment. As you guys already know, I can't watch anything that gives me secondhand embarrassment. How am I feeling embarrassed over a fictional character?
Yeah.
That
that's
makes
crazy.
no sense. So I have to give it a pause and be like, hey, I'll come back to you later. Hired Fired, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Hired Sex in the City has to be Samantha. The most hardworking, like, babe in the, like,
Yeah.
so hired. Also, Mr. Big, hella money. Like, what? Hired.
I put Samantha's lifestyle hired.
Yeah, hired.
And oh my god, in the first episode, Charlotte's bob.
I don't remember it.
Oh,
No, Carrie's hair in the first
wow.
episode was so good, and then they changed it.
Carrie's hair is one of the biggest villains of the show, because
'Cause-
why are you ruining the curls every so
literally,
often?
oh my gosh, they went through a phase of trying to straighten her curls. I was like, okay,
they
whatever.
they
Then-
straighten it.
Then they straighten her curls, then curl her curls. Like,
Mm.
what? They put a curling on.
Yeah. And then they chop the shit out of her hair.
Yeah, because it's obviously fried, because you
Yeah.
can't be putting that much heat on curls and being like, yeah, stand straight now. Now go back to your normal form. Like, her hair was probably
Crazy.
fried. It was 3 different textured, 3C on the bottom, 1 ape on the top. Like, that's crazy. What?
Fired though. Carrie every single time she's
Carrie.
at Mr. Big Store.
Carrie.
Oh my god, Mr. Big Store is legit cursed. Like, why are you?
No, she's out here. on-
Bonjour.
Mm. Carrie and Mr. Big as a, like,
As
when
a
they interact.
union.
Because I
No.
don't think they should have ever met. I
No.
don't think it helped her progression at all. I think it
No.
actually made her progression worse. Because all she can ever think about is him. Every new relationship she gets into, she's like, yeah, but it wasn't like this with Mr. Pig. Well,
Yeah.
obviously, because you're in a better relationship, babe. Like,
Yeah.
what did you think?
Even when she's with Aiden, which is like one of her other like biggest relationships she gets into, like, why are you still talking about that bomb?
Yeah, she's still talking
she's still
about
talking
him.
about him.
She's still and the thing
So
is,
embarrassing.
like, all her friends are like, oh, how's Aiden? And she's like, yeah, it's very different to Mr. Big. Who brought up
asked?
Mr.
Yeah.
Big?
Like, genuinely, who asked?
Yeah.
Recommendations for this week. Basically, I have 3.
Wait, let me find my phone for HR updates.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even. Yeah. Oh, HR update from me. Paul Mescal was on SNL. I completely forgot because I deleted TikTok and usually I get the clips the next day. I went on my Instagram today and
Oh my gosh, he kind of ate on SNL. To be fair,
Yeah.
I feel like
with that little, he had like oh, I just rolled my tongue. He had a really nice top on actually.
yeah.
His style is quite nice actually, quite underrated.
Do you know what? I feel like he's going in a Pedro Pascalian.
He is,
Pascalian
especially the
route.
shirt that he wore when he was
Yeah.
presenting. Like that's very Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
But HR updates.
I'm trying to think. Oh, see China releasing a new song, Peggy. I'm pegging that man at the back of the bus, guys. Guys.
Listen,
See
why is
China.
everyone and their mother singing that song?
I'm pegging that man at the back of the bus. Guys. Guys, See China. The thing is, if you don't know who See China is, she's an artist that releases a song every year.
Like, you will
basically.
know her. Like, you will know.
You probably do know her. Her first one was Last Laugh, and it was like, or Legal Baby, where it was like, ever since I turned 19, these guys want to see my what? She has the craziest lines, but she's the one that sang, China, why did you scam me? 'Cause I only wanted your money. You know that one. But anyways, she released a new song, and I just think it's so, I'm seeing so many people on TikTok like fully analysing it, being like, 'cause one of the lines in the new song is, I got your man in the back of the truck and he's twerking and popping a perk, something like that. And someone's like, oh, she's subverting the usual roles given to women by rappers, where they're like, women are in the back of the truck, like twerking and popping a perk, which is accurate, because that is what women are usually told.
Yeah, to
I
get
guess.
serious.
Another HR update: TikTok getting banned in the US.
Is it?
Yes.
Is
Guys,
it actually? Or is this just a hoax
like
again?
literally 40 days it's getting removed. But the thing is, basically, just to quickly give you guys a little bit of tea on that. Well, it's not tea.
This is actually news to me.
This is actually real life. Basically, the idea is that TikTok gets banned because it's not a US app. So basically, they're just like, we just want it gone. But then Meta is like, I want to buy it. So that they can keep TikTok in the US. But obviously, I feel like this
it's gonna
is
get
another.
so. It's Twitter. It's Twitter again.
It's Twitter again. It's Vine again. Remember, Vine got bought by flipping, wasn't it Google? And then it literally just went downhill.
Yeah.
So
same. I don't think Tumblr got sold. It just. Wait.
yeah.
Did.
Or Tumblr. I think there was something like that with Tumblr, because like just no one used it anymore, and it's like it was popping off. And so yeah, TikTok is getting banned in less than, well, obviously by the time this comes out, it'll be less than 40 days.
Yeah, Tumblr got sold
like
in 2019.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
So all these different things. Also, Timothy Chalamet making his return in that Mew stuff. Yahoo! And everyone celebrated like this is the Christmas that we have all been waiting for.
Like I like the Advent candle one now. The waiting has begun for Timothy Chalamet to come back into my life, because tell me why I'm lighting that pink purple candles. I'm going back to my Catholic roots. I'm thinking I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And his arrival is upon me, and I bring him gifts, myrrh, frankincense, and meat.
Because it happens every single year. Like he comes back, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, Timothy!" And I can't lie, like when he was no tea, no shade, but when he was with King Kylie, that kind of ruined his aura for a bit.
Yeah,
and everyone was like,
"Bring back Lily Rose Depp."
That was bizarre. Lily Rose Depp is now with Shake.
O2 Shake.
O2?
Is it not O2?
070 Shake.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's
dyspraxia.
crazy. Did you say this is the biggest HR update of them all? Someone read Lily Rose Depp for like genuine filth. Like someone got a picture with her, but like someone was like, "Oh, I don't want you taking a picture with Shake, because her and Shake were out together." And so the person, like the fan, got a picture with 070 Shake, and Lily Rose Depp is in the back, and she has a trench coat on. Oh my gosh, she has a trench coat on, and that hoe is buttoned up all the way to the top. Gulp. She looks like coked or cracked out. She's got the Margiela tabbies on, and the fit is not eating. And someone literally, the fan that got the picture, went on Instagram and literally read her so badly and was like, "Don't ever come around here like looking coked out like that ever again.
Trench
with your
coat button
trench
up
coat
to the
button
top.
up.
It literally came up as soon as I put trench coat.
Yeah.
But okay,
Read it.
we approached him with nothing but respect. 070 was so sweet and willing. The big-headed bitch on the right had the craziest attitude, and she grasping onto Shake like someone was trying to snatch her. Girl, relax. And bitch, you're not even fitted. Like, you know your new show just came out. You're trending. Your dad was just in court. Don't walk around Soho looking this crazy. Trench coat button to the top. And these ballerina ass slippers. What's going on? I don't even know. If she was cooked out or what.
Not your dad was just in court. Goo. But yeah, shout out Lily Rose Depp, man.
Yeah, she fumbles quite a lot actually.
Yeah, it's actually crazy because like I thought her show with The Weeknd was actually gonna pop off like
it's hard
Euphoria,
to see
but
when
it
you're
didn't.
looking at me. But that's actually
really
such a
didn't.
good song. Recommendations from me are Inhaler's just ahead of their album. They've just released a song. Well, they released Your House, which was fun, was fresh, was cool. I like that. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. And then they released Open Wide.
Is Inhaler actually good, or am I being like tricked?
No.
Is this like no? Be for real. I want you to be honest right
You
here.
know what? They don't have listen, I feel like the only band that I can compare them to for you is Fontaines.
Right.
They're an Irish band.
Okay.
But they
me.
don't have the like grit of Fontaines. You know how Fontaines is like grit, but they have like, oh my god, it's just.
No, I think
We've got to move on. It's like, listen, you two.
Yeah.
I
know you
it's
told
his
me.
son.
So
yeah.
I'm not listening to Nepo Babies next.
No, but he's actually so amazing. Like he has his dad's rock. Like, oh my gosh, I've watched them 3 times live and they're amazing. But their new song Open Wide, the first beat is just gorgeous. Also, listen. Shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers ever. Like, I love her so much. I actually had to DM her and tell her, like, I love you so much. And she replied, and she's so cute. Mia Aston on YouTube. She's an NYU film student.
Aww.
And she's so good at vlogs. She just, she makes me go to the library. So shout out Mia Aston. Because actually, like, she's the backbone of my YouTube. Actually, like, get her on the podcast because I was listening to a podcast episode where she was on. Oh my gosh, she's my dream podcast. Dream guest on my podcast.
Guys, throwback to that. There's also some tea on JoJo that I've forgotten, but like
I've got to tell you something about my flatmate and JoJo Siwa, but I can't say on the podcast. She'll really get mad at me, so I'll tell you later.
What else? There's something else that I had to say. I have so much to. Oh, my recommendations. Number 1. Oh, half of that. Sorry, I'm looking at the time, and half of it is like not even real. That was us, like, you know. That was us twerking in the stew. You missed it. But guys, vibration.
I'm picking up good vibrations. La 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 la.
Oh, guys. Wait, no, I feel like this is like, I have to include it on the pod, but guys, I had a dream. Do you remember last episode where I was like, oh, Molly's hippie music, la la la. I had a dream that night that I was at this place and they were playing quote hippie music, and I was like, they need to turn this hippie shit off. And then like someone else at the table was like, Tana, can I talk to you for a second? And they were like, don't ever say that about hippie. Do you know where you are right now? You are in a hippie establishment. If you're not happy with that, step out. And then I like almost cried because I can't deal with like people being mean to me in dreams. Anyways, my recommendations for this week would be, there's this app called Cam on Camera.
Oh my gosh, there's the camera.
Guys,
it's actually very good.
Guys.
If anyone follows me on Instagram, that my birthday post was one that Tana took, and it was from that. It's really good.
Guys, if you have a disposable camera, you know the vibes. And then if you have a digital camera, you know the vibes. But you also know that half the time you forgot your digital camera. Damn it. You were told to bring your digital camera and you flipping forgot it, or you forgot to charge it and it's on that one bar.
Literally mine freaking out on my birthday.
Or your SD card is full. Fudge. What do? You download flipping Cameron, and this is not an ad, right? We're not on that level yet. Soon come. But like, you download Cameron because it's like a digital camera. It's like the vibe of that, and you get to pick like from different cameras that they have on the app, and it gives you like the vibe as if you've taken it on a disposable camera. I'm making it sound more complicated than it is, but it's really, really good. And then my second thing that I want to recommend, let's think. As I said, I just watched Kneecap. Guys, I'm not really like a huge fan of Kneecap because, well, I like some of their songs, do you know what I mean? But I watched, because I knew of them because of Fontaines, right? So I knew a couple songs. Get Your Brits Out. That's a banger. That's juicy. Then I watched the film and I was like, okay, I see the vibe. It's still not my vibe, but I see the vibe. One thing I will say about the film is it's very different to what I don't know what I expected in my head, because I was hearing Sundance Film Festival winner, and I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting some I was expecting the mise en scène. I was expecting some A24 like type shit,
mid-90s.
But yeah, exactly. That's what I was expecting, mid-90s but Irish. But it's not that. But in that sense, I really do like it, and I liked the film. I thought it was cool, but also like, I don't know, I feel very out of it, which is obviously I am, because I'm English, so oh gosh, so I just don't like half of it. I don't really get it.
Yeah,
but
it's
also,
more of like a connection.
Yeah, exactly
thing.
But I do appreciate it, and I'm like, that was a good film. Last recommendation before literally our time is run the fudge up is guys, let me find it. Nabokov. Fontaines, guys. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. Nabokov. Guys, if you know Fontaines, you know
Fear.
that Skinty Fear is probably like their most, I don't know, it feels like the one that they put their whole Fontaine-nussy into it.
Genuinely.
Like, obviously, what is even the new album called?
Romance
is very
is
like
amazing.
It's good. It's so good.
Actually nominated for one of the best rock albums.
Ooh.
Yeah, for a Grammy.
Romance is good, like from beginning to end. Like, you can tell that they put so much time and effort into it, and it's more refined, as it should be, because no artist is meant to stay like, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but stay gritty or stay like, I don't know.
It's nice to switch it up a little bit.
Skinty Fear is like, that's the heart and the soul, and you can only get that when an artist, well, obviously they did other stuff before Skinty Fear, but like, that's where the heart was there, and they were getting some momentum. Like, it's like it was like, to me, it's like the perfect mix of like still being like not refined enough as Romance, but obviously they still have a lot of like creativity with it. Yeah,
it's really raw but also polished.
Exactly.
Like Roman Holiday.
No, because I was trying to put my friends on to Fontaine. Shout out Amma, shout out Nia. And they were like, is Fontaine's even good? I was like, babes, it's
actually crazy how amazing they are.
You're going to regret the day that you ever said that, because they are on their way to flipping stardom. Like, I can feel it in my well, it's not that I can feel it in my bones, like, look at the charts. Look at the charts.
You know what? Hold my hand up and I genuinely say I would die on this hill. Genuinely, Fontaine's DC, quote me on this, Fontaine's DC are one of the best bands to ever exist. Yeah. Ever.
Like, no, like, I'm literally
amazing.
Gonna get doxed for saying this, but like, boy bands, where have we had one in a hot second is what I'm trying to say. And they're not a boy band in the sense that other boy bands,
they're not going crazy till we see the sun.
Exactly. Like, shout out, do you know what I mean? But there something like, I don't know, if I was 16 and I was like a Fontaine's fan, that I could get my posters up on the wall. Like,
Yeah.
it's such a, I don't know, it's like such a spectacle that you only see like once in a while. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy that it's happening in my lifetime. Do you know what I mean?
And as well, like, apart from that, like, they are such nice people, like, and they
Yeah.
advocate for such good things.
Yeah.
Like, they really politically active
100%.
and like they know their shit.
Yeah.
And they recently came to where me and Tana are residing right now, and one of my friends met
No.
and talked to Carlos.
No. Because shout out Selena. I was talking about Selena in the last episode, saying that she introduced me to Fontaine's. And then she was like, yeah, I came to Leeds, like, you should have guys, if I even tell you, this story is too long because we have to cut, but like, me and Molly were meant to go see them.
Yeah.
We were. But the thing is that the 5th of July in Flipping Hyde Park, where Kneecap are opening, is where we'll be at. Tea. But yeah, we were like, we can't go if we're in the back. Like, we can't. But how are they gonna see us and invite us to the back? Like, what do you mean?
Well, they did a DJ set in a bar that we love.
Yeah, it's great.
And basically my friend met Carlos, spoke to him in Spanish for like 10-15 minutes and said he was so amazing and he was so lovely. So shout out him.
Shout out. Well,
I think that's his name.
Maybe. Guys, I need to start learning the names like other boy bands.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to be like, who's your bias?
My bias is Carly, actually. Carly's hair is crazy. Love Carly. He's a little small blonde one.
Oh, okay.
With like the bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have Graham.
I like the one with the pink hair.
That's Carlos. I'm pretty sure it's Carlos or Carlo, but I'm pretty sure it's Carlos.
She's showing her racial bias.
I'm trying to remember
I'm
trying to remember the Instagram names. That's how I remember people's names.
Yeah. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, I don't know what is going on with the video. When will we have another video?
We're having technical difficulties.
We're having so many technical difficulties. Like,
just persist. What? Just proceed. Like, follow our Instagram. In our intro too, we do post pictures of ourselves, so you know that we're not just going completely faceless. And if you do see me and Tana around and you do recognize us, please say hi. Please say, oh my gosh, hi. I listen, because shout out to the guy. Shout out to the guy actually that I was at a house party with last night, and he said, oh my god, you have a podcast? And I said, yeah. And he said, I follow the Instagram. And I said, oh, no way, thanks so much. So shout out to him.
Yeah, literally, you get major shout outs. You get hoes. Like, you start, you know, your balls drop and you start like shaking, or your friends start telling you look really good and you smell really good.
You just
become
like, gorgeous.
This is intro too. Like,
Oh, so this recommend us, but also like, do come up and say hi. We are nice. But
we love you so much.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow.
Bye.